Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? KMB the Sexy Ninja for C Plus Studios, and welcome to the New World Podcast, brother, for life. And remember, this is powered by...
I'll take it from here. Big Daddy Straight coming at you with crazyhoodiez.com spelled with the Z. It's a damn shame I have to keep saying that too, because people
they ask me all the time, "Well, was it Crazy Hoodies? I can't find it. Did you put the Z?"
And they don't. They never do. But folks, go check it out. crazyhoodiez.com spelled with the Z. Go check out all the latest gear that's on there. The alchemy line, just different designs. And for all you alcoholics out there like me, well, not really alcoholics, semi-alcoholics. It got tumblers on, like wine tumblers on there that turned into good shot glasses. I'm not gonna lie. So go check it out. crazyhoodiez.com spelled with a Z.
And what was your podcast called?
Big Daddy Forever.
Oh.
You can check us out on. It is on C Plus Studio. It's even located on my YouTube, Big Daddy Forever. You go check it out on Buzzsprout and anywhere where your fine podcasting services are.
Yes, anywhere and everywhere. If you are subscribed to C Plus Studios itself, you will get all these great shows: the Sexy Ninja Cast, Big Daddy Forever, the New World Podcast, That Juggalo vlog, and the mighty return of the Social Vent Podcast, which happened last Thursday. And trust us, we are just getting started.
That shit was fun.
We
just went for it.
Oh, yeah. But do you want to know what went for it today? SummerSlam.
Holy
shit.
Was badass. SummerSlam was hella good.
Yeah. I saw an interview with Triple H, and they asked him, like, what makes the difference between this show and, like, when Vince was running it? He goes, you just got to watch.
That's all you got to do. You just got to watch, and you will see the differences. Man.
I'm telling you, like, from start to finish, especially with the women's Raw title match with Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair, they tore the house down.
They set the precedence, boy. You can tell everyone in the back was probably just like, God dang it, we have to top that. Yes, you do. They brought it.
Yes, they did. And then when Bayley came back, and then with her new faction with Dakota Kai and
Io Sky. It's no longer Io Shirai, it's Io Sky.
Yeah, and so that was like, I was like, holy crap. I feel like that was like an NXT moment. That, you know what I mean? That was just like, guess what? This is what we're going to do. And Triple H tweeted a tweet after that, says, we're just getting started. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I think that now that Vince is gone, I've said this before on the New World Podcast, is that the energy is different.
Very different.
Yeah, it's different beyond everything, and I feel it through the wrestlers, especially when they wrestle now, and they look like, oh my gosh, I don't have really any restrictions. Like, I can do what I'm here to do.
I felt that. I saw it. Just the wrestling alone. I mean, you can tell just on the shows alone. There's more wrestling. There's less talking, more wrestling. They're going for it, and just overall, you can tell that the wrestlers look. I don't know, bro. They look relaxed.
Like they're having fun.
Yeah, they look like they're having fun. Even the crowd. Even I have a Twitter, but I seldom go on it. But I did go check out Raw. I mean the WWE Twitter, and a lot of fans said the same thing. These episodes felt like fun. And I agree. I love it, man. Hats off to Triple H and the entire new creative crew. Stephanie and Nick Khan, you'll get over it, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, you'll get over it.
Also too, man, the big highlights for me was Edge's return wasn't a highlight, but it was pretty cool. What was it called? That show is so much that you have to wrap your brain around the whole damn SummerSlam itself. And that main event, I didn't think Brock and Roman was going to be that amazing.
Man,
right? Like when the tractor came out, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then it just kept on building from there and escalating
and building. Oh man.
Yeah, and if you look at the thumbnail for the show, it's Roman standing on top of Brock Lesnar, the pile that's on Brock Lesnar. I was like, that needs to be a fucking superhero statue right there.
Somebody will do it. Somebody's gonna do it.
Oh man, like, and I enjoyed the hell out of that match, and I didn't think I was going to, because how many times have we seen Roman and Brock, Roman and Brock, Roman and Brock? So, and I heard after the show, he got in the ring, sat in the corner way up where it was high up from the tractor, and tipped his hat off, and I think he's saying goodbye to the WWE.
I think so too. He really is a Vince McMahon man. You know what they say? I'm a Heyman.
I'm a Heyman guy.
I'm a Heyman guy. Yeah, he's a Vince guy. Just like Jericho said too. Jericho said he's a Vince guy all the way. And yeah, but thank you, Brock. That was fun. Thank you for the last couple of years of you really showing your character and really just having
personality,
fun, his personality, all that stuff. It's been fun. I actually turned into a Brock Lesnar fan.
That is shocking, because if you go back, there's some old episodes where we do talk wrestling, and he just does not like Brock.
I can't stand that son bitch. But man, just the last couple of years, he's grown on me, especially his. You know, the whole
cowboy hat,
just being him, cracking jokes, laughing and stuff like that. Yeah, he's grown on me, and it's too bad he's leaving.
Yeah, but what would you say was the highlight for you from the show?
See, when I came home yesterday, I had started in on the Logan Paul match on down. I have two highlights now. The women's match, the Bianca Belair versus Becky, that was, I mean, they set the precedence. They brought it, man. They really brought it, man. I'm proud of both of them. Logan Paul, say what you will about that cat, that boy. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he gets on my nerves sometimes too, man. But you cannot doubt the success, the drive that he has set for himself in order to do something that he absolutely loves. Does he have a good career in wrestling? He does, if he sticks with it. I have a feeling it's not going to.
He surprised the hell out of me. I don't like Logan Paul. The whole build up to this match has been really dumb, and the whole balls thing, you know, the size of my balls and whatnot with Miz, it got really old. But as soon as Logan got in that ring and he just went to town, I was just like, all right, my hat's off, man. My hat's off big time to you.
He has, like I said, he has a future if he sticks with it. But I have a feeling, I don't know how long his contract's for. You know, he signed something with Vince. I don't know if it's a per appearance deal, but whatever he does, I hope he gives us what he just gave us in SummerSlam.
I feel like he's going to be more of the big shows, like Survivor Series, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble. You know, I think he's going to be more of those shows, you know, the big shows. And talk about big shows, because I was texting with Penta last night. This felt like a WrestleMania, especially how huge that stadium was.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a SummerSlam. This really did feel like a WrestleMania. For a minute there, I thought it was. This brought me back to one of my favorite SummerSlams, SummerSlam 1991, Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect. That was one of the matches that will always stand out in my mind. But the whole scale of that SummerSlam really felt like a WrestleMania as well, and this felt the same way.
Yeah, and another one. What was a big one? I really didn't care for the Ronda and Liv match. I thought that finish was a little wonky, and also I'm really not digging Liv as champ, because she's basically doing Bianca Belair's shtick. I'm the underdog. I fought so hard. I'm never giving up, and this and that. Like, it's totally, like, if I can show you a Bianca Belair promo from when she started, that was the same thing. I'm a fighter. I'm this, I'm that. And the way she won looked really weak to me with the way that finish was, because honestly, even the wife said, it's like, how the hell's Liv going to beat Ronda Rousey? You know, and then when it finished like that, she tapped to Ronda.
Yeah, so, before the 3 count, because I for the first time I actually agreed with Corey Graves. He said, because he was getting hyped up. He just wanted to say, you see that bitch tapped out first. I'm like you though, bro. Liv doesn't seem believable as a champ to me. I don't know. She just doesn't.
Yeah, and did you notice those weird little showcases throughout the show, like with Kevin Owens and Charlotte Flair? And I think there's one for Seth Rollins. Do you think that's Triple H trying to tell us, I'm going to bring the actual people I believe who I felt are stars back, especially Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens is a Triple H guy. And when Triple H got pulled away from the mix, you saw Kevin Owens was
just disappeared.
Just kind of just went to the background doing these little vignette things, nothing really like what he did when he was a champ and this and that. He just kind of went to the background like everybody else. And I told Penta this last night. I feel it in my bones once contracts are up in AEW, Adam Cole and this and that, people who had problems with creative in WWE are, now that they know that Triple H is back in charge, I think they're going to start jumping ship back to WWE.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And if that happens, they need to either expand the time for Raw and SmackDown, or they need to create another show.
Well, like that Pat McAfee match too. Oof. I love Pat and his new theme song. That like he like that
was hilarious.
That theme song is definitely like, I know he was a part of that process. He didn't go into the studio and be like, I want track XV, that one. That's my theme song. He wanted an arena type theme song that everybody can chant with, kind of like Seth Rollins' music where he goes, do. Oh, and that Riddle and Seth, that threw me
that threw me off.
That made me happy though, because I'm like, oh yeah, we can be tricked. As fans, we can, be like, oh, surprised and by wrestling, because it's been so formulaic with WWE, and you can predict what's going to happen. But getting stuff like Seth and Riddle in the middle of the show, I was like, what is going on? I'm loving this.
I loved it too. That felt like some old school ECW right there, where someone had just finished a match. And two guys go out there to the ring. I'll kick your ass. Come on, bring it. Let's just do this. And like, for instance, Heatwave 99. That's what the entire pay-per-view felt like. Everyone just kept running in. It's my time. Bring your ass out here. Let's fight. And here comes a ref, and they would fight. And it really, really made for a good surprise for all that, for that entire pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about, especially now. Like, wrestling has become somewhat of a chore lately. Like, okay, I got to watch Raw, and then I got to do my review, and I got to do this and that. But for the past week, just this week, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, what's going to happen on Raw? Ooh, what's going to happen on SmackDown? That excitement is back now. It's like, okay, anything and everything can happen. We are in unknown territory at this point. And on Raw, we're going to see where Triple H wants to go with these storylines.
I can't wait to see. This is why I think Stephanie and Triple H make the perfect husband-wife team. Triple H has that creative drive. He sees it from the wrestler's perspective and what actually works. Sure, you can have all the creative storylines you want to, but if you don't go in there and have matches that people just want to see, some good old-fashioned down South territory matches, it ain't going to work. But here's Stephanie, who is part of the bigger picture, that McMahon vision. But Stephanie's not following her dad's vision no more. She's following what she knows, what she sees works too. And it's going to be a perfect balance. I can't wait to see where they go. Is Shane going to come back into the mix? I don't think so. I think Shane's done.
Maybe, like I said, unknown territories. Also, too, it's good for the wrestlers to know that they got somebody there that actually has their back. Because I've noticed as soon as Triple H is taken over, you can see what he's taking away, like what's Vince's stuff. Because I believe if Vince was still in power at this point, Theory would have walked out with both titles.
He would have walked out with all the damn belts. Yeah, he would have walked out with everything, and that would have caused a lot of animosity backstage. And it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing that Vince is gone. And
you notice how short that match was with Bobby. Like the past week and a half, they'd been like, I don't think they're trying to bury the kid, but they're trying to make him earn his spot that was just given to him. I think that's what they're trying to do with him. They're like, when Daddy was here, he gave you the keys to the kingdom. Daddy's not here no more. I'm in charge. You got to earn your spot. Like, you wouldn't have been my choice for the Money in the Bank, you know.
I really see with that promo where you're telling me, sorry, earlier during the week about Roman Reigns and Theory, where he says, Daddy's not here no more. Now, see, if that was me, I'd have fired back, yes, Daddy ain't here no more. So this means yo ass got to wrestle too. No more breaks. Get in the ring.
Well, it was.
That'd been me.
I think it was Raw or SmackDown where, no, it was Raw when Roman came out. Then Roman came out again in the main event for the 6-man tag, and I was like, oh yeah, he can wrestle on these shows. You know, he's the champ. He has to wrestle. Like, you know, he has to make an appearance and stuff like that. And that's why I was surprised on SmackDown he didn't show up. So maybe he's like, oh shit, I had a good gig when Vince was here, you know?
Yeah, not no more. You got to earn. Go back to earning your keep. Sure, you may have had this thing where they were going to make you a novelty like the Undertaker, but the Undertaker earned that. You are just a gimmick right now, a good one, but you got to earn your keep again.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think over the show. Is there any match we missed? Oh wait, Street Profits and the Usos.
I was gonna come up to that one. To me, that was the show. I think that was a show stealing match right there. I mean, they they brought it, man. They brought it.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is like this. It's not our official anniversary, but I just time it around here because it's SummerSlam. But this is me and my wife's like. We've been together for 11 years now. Mm-hmm. And our first SummerSlam was CM Punk versus John Cena. I think Triple H was the referee, champ for champ, champ versus champ and whatnot. And out of like, she actually sat there and usually she's on the phone and she doesn't care. She actually like was like, oh, put her phone down and just watched. And like, I was like, there we go. That's damn good television. If you can make somebody who doesn't really care about the product right now be like, oh, what's going on over here, you know, and just watch.
Yeah, that was when Vince actually had good creative ideas. Who was a writer at the time? Freddie Prinze Jr., huh?
Oh,
yeah, he was writing during that time, and
he's trying to create his own promotion.
Is it really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Good luck to him, man. I hope he does it. He has an expensive wife. Oh. Did I say that loud? My bad.
But overall, with SummerSlam, what would you rate it? You can do your scale of 5.
I'm going to.
I know. I was like, well, you know, we'll keep it 5 for the New World podcast, just so it's easy because there's 5-star matches, 4-star matches. Keep it another wrestling theme right there. What would you rate this?
I give it a 5 out of 5. That really, to me, that's my second favorite SummerSlam. Honestly, first one was '91. This is my number 2.
I will say I agree. I drop a 5 as well because it was exciting. It felt different. Even though we've seen these matches a billion times, you know, repeat cards, this time felt like, oh, we're here to have fun. We're here to entertain the WWE universe. We are bringing it. And on that note, I will say I don't believe AEW will ever get to a stadium show like that.
I disagree. Give him time. Give him time. Tony needs to reel it in. He needs to, if he gets as laser sharp focus as WWE, they really can be a legitimate threat. But right now, like you said a while back on one of your podcasts, AEW is all over the place. They're trying to appease fans too much. They're trying to be different, which is cool, but they have too many people, not enough shows. They need to honestly let some of these people go.
Well, you know, it's just a quick side note before we end this podcast, but I don't hate AEW. I just dislike where we went with AEW because when AEW started, it was something of like, oh my gosh, all these indie wrestlers that I freaking love, you know, are finally going to get some shine, you know. And then slowly it just started progressing. Like when they signed Chris Jericho, I was like, all right, cool. That makes sense. You need a face that people will recognize, a name people will know. Then slowly we got CM Punk, and then we're getting all these other ex-WWE guys that are coming in. And now, you know, your champ is an ex-WWE guy. Moxley. You know, and that's why I believe that MJF promo came from the heart, because he's like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, we were supposed to be a revolution in this industry. Now we're just signing ex-WWE guys just to piss off the other guy. Like I said, I'm predicting it once contracts are up. Now that Triple H is in charge, they're going to jump ships.
Do I see Moxley going back?
No.
I don't see him going back at all. He's having fun. He's having a blast what he's doing. Going between AEW and then New Japan. Oh, yeah, he's turned it up between both promotions right now.
And I think, too, the WWE just put a bad taste in his mouth, like a CM Punk. But I don't think he's as bitter as CM Punk, because CM Punk is CM Punk.
Yeah,
and I know your feelings on CM Punk.
He's a little crybaby bitch. He is. But at the same time, he's probably earned it. He's gone back and forth between so many promotions, and they promised him one thing and reneged on another. Moxley, though, like you said, he's a whole different breed. He's a whole different cat. He's like, hey, his mellow self, it is what it is. Just get me in the ring, let me do my thing, and he goes, we'll all be happy. Just don't piss me off.
then Renee's gonna rub one out with me, and then I'm gonna get back in that ring and do my thing.
But shit, Renee, you can't go wrong with a wife like Renee. She's down for him.
She has a great podcast too.
She does. Man, that podcast is bad. Renee, thank you for the great podcast. I loved your Nia Jax one.
And she cusses a lot. I didn't realize Renee cussed that much.
Yeah. Who brought it to her attention? Nia Jax brought it to her attention. She goes, girl, you cuss like me. She goes, I know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, drop your comments below. Tell us what you thought of SummerSlam. What was your rating for the show? What was the highlights for you? What made you feel like a kid again watching the WWE and knowing that we're going in a different direction? Drop those comments below. And after that, you're going to like and subscribe. You're going to share it with your grandma, share it with your grandpa, share it with the bum down at Walmart. And you're also going to check out
Big Daddy Forever. You're going to check out crazyhoodiez.com, spelled with a Z.
Z.
One more thing. I saw the most savage ass meme about Vince. It said something to the effect of, Vince paid more for pussy than he did for WCW.
Oh yeah, I
was like Wakanda Savage. He goes, yeah, Vince McMahon dropped more money for Coochie than he did for a has-been promotion. Savage. I hope it was worth it. Boy, I hope it was worth it.
And on that note, this is the New World Podcast for life, brother.
Baby.
Triple H, I gotta ask, you're in charge of creative now. How is the product gonna be different underneath you as opposed to when Vince McMahon had the book?
You gotta watch the show.
Come on, that's not an answer.
That is an answer.
That's not a good
If
one.
you asked a question and I answered you, that's an answer.
That's not